Sound check, 1, 2.
This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
I got this abnormal psychology exam to do. I think there's something in there that's going to help me with this time travel.
Well, if you go back to 1985, please take me.
85?
I kind of want to go see Michael J. Fox.
And I just want to clarify, I am one step closer to creating the time travel machine. It is the 13th of June, 2020. My name is Corey Winfield.
Marnie Liston.
And this is the 217 Recovery Podcast. And I don't want to just tease you with the time travel and then not talk about it. So let's just open with that before we talk about recovery. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, and I believe I mentioned this already on a previous podcast.
Okay.
Or maybe that was just in the future, and I've traveled back in time to talk about it today.
What you got?
I don't know. So, if I'm in a spaceship and I'm going west at the same speed, I think I did talk about this, the same speed that the Earth rotates, I would be stuck in time and never age, correct?
How do you figure?
Well, if the Earth is like spinning and I'm going against it, it'd be like, shoo. Because I'm trying to figure out how to be stuck in the fall season. And there's a way to do it. We just need some math. Because if you traveled southwest, like, okay, we're in Michigan. So we're going to go southwest as the seasons change. And if we keep on that same pattern through the equator back around, we should be able to maintain the fall season. Right? You see what I'm saying?
I guess so, maybe.
My theory making sense? But whatever that trajectory, I guess, would it be? Yeah. I mean, how long could we stay in each place, you know?
So you're in your spaceship traveling around the Earth in the same direction around the Earth?
If you wanted to, like, not age and just stop time.
You'd never not age. Astronauts age while they're in space.
Well, yeah, because the stuff's still moving. But if you are stuck in a space, like if you're traveling the same speed that the Earth is rotating, so you're just like, shoom, you're just stuck there.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going anywhere.
Right. But minutes are passing.
Are they?
Yeah.
You're stuck in that same spot.
Doesn't matter. You're in your spaceship, and every moment you're alive, you're aging. It's about moments. It's not about time. Like tick-tock, tick-tock. It still happens.
No.
No?
No, because right now it's 11:54 Eastern Time.
Mm-hmm.
And it would still be 11:54 Eastern Time if I was traveling at the same speed that the Earth is moving. Like I'm stuck there in that spot in that time.
How many moments pass while you're in that spaceship?
For me, none.
No moments pass?
Mm-mm.
What
Just
are you
sitting
doing?
there not aging.
Not?
Mm-mm.
Why?
Because there's no time.
Because you're traveling against the Earth?
Yeah. Like, would I even get
I don't
hungry?
buy it.
Like, how long would it take for a pizza to get to me? Then never?
Why are you saying long? There's no time.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
How would you order it?
I don't know.
I
Would
mean,
it
the
would just
words
show
would come
up?
out of your mouth. You have to call a
I'm
place.
so close to making this happen.
You're so not. I love you, but you're so
I
not.
think I am.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like there's something. I'm so close. I might get murked today. Murked is a word for murdered because, by the government because I'm so close. I like that 217 recovery guy, Corey Winfield. We got to take him out because he's about to break the time travel. code or theory. He didn't even talk to the aliens. I'm like, nope.
And if it's not wrong, then you're just going to be mad about the pizza you're waiting for?
Yeah. Well, yeah. But the same theory kind of would, I just want to live in a fall season life. I want to live my life in fall. Because that's my favorite season. Like, why would I want to go through winter? Why would I want to go through spring and hot-ass summer? I want to see the pretty trees. It make me mad, though, because there would be only one football season. Like, I'd want fall, like, all the time. Or like, in other countries, do they play football? Probably not. I could start up fantasy football leagues all over the world.
They probably have them.
I'd die happy, man.
That's all it takes, right? Just
Yeah.
figure out time travel and you're happy.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait for fantasy football. Last year we had the 217 Recovery League, and it was fun. I think Van won it. I think Brooks, I wanted Brooks to win it, but I don't think he did. I think he took second. But it was a lot of fun. This was the first time I ever played fantasy football sober. And you said you're going to be in the league, right?
Yeah, I said I would. I said I don't know what I'm doing, but
Yeah.
you said I'd probably win because I don't know what I'm doing.
It happens every time. But that'll be a lot of fun this year. And, now we can probably involve sponsors. Like whoever wins the league gets a new TV. Or we could just do a buy-in, a donation buy-in. We could do like hundreds of leagues, really. We could, do one for, hey, the grand prize is this, $2,000 LG. What is it? The OLER, OLR, whatever. It's pretty badass, but it's like $2,000. We can have that be the prize, and we get, I think, 16 people in the league. Everybody donate, I don't know, $200. $200, you get to play fantasy football, and if you win this badass TV. And then we could do like the same thing for just different prizes. Like, oh, an engagement ring.
Oh, it sounds like fun.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll look at that into more detail as our board meetings get a little bit closer to football. But yeah, I think that's something that we could have people Best Buy or maybe a mom and pop's electronic store or something, or somebody's willing to give up something. Maybe somebody wants to donate a podcast studio, and we could give somebody a podcast studio. And there's a lot of people, they listen to the podcast like, oh, I'm gonna start a podcast, I'm gonna do it too, and it's cool, but it's work. And I think sometimes that kind of gets in the way. And if you look for other recovery podcasts, you'll find some. Recovery Elevator, and I don't know. It's just not for me. I'm not knocking it, but it's just not for me. But if you look at some other ones, and you'll see they'll do like 10 shows, 11 shows, and they'll do one after 2 months, and then they'll do one after 3 months, and then they're just done. I think because it seems fun. Hey, let's just get on the mic and talk, and we'll just have a podcast. Yeah, that's great. But to actually do it and to do it well, and I hope that if you're listening, you think that we do it well, it takes time and it takes commitment. And every show, not home runs, but they don't all suck either. And we talk about recovery a lot. We talk about life. We talk about our struggles, our successes, and it's just our life. So for us, we can't really suck. We're just giving you like feedback on what we're doing, and sometimes I get off on not off, but no, I want to get off. I get off on different topics that some might think, well, what does that have to do with recovery? Time travel? What? Yeah. Because that's why. Because that's what I'm thinking today, and those are things that happen in my brain, and as silly as they are, I like it because this is a new way of living for me. When I was drinking, would I be thinking that I wanted to travel across the earth so I could have fall forever, or that I could somehow travel in time or stop time by just going the same speed but the opposite direction of the Earth's rotation? No, I wouldn't think that because I'd be like, oh, let me watch. What was that stupid show? Swamp People or there was one that was horrible. I would just watch mindless stuff. But yeah, so that's what I would be doing with my brain, just well, now at least I think about stupid stuff, but at least it's fun and it's creative for me in my own mind. So
Yeah.
That's some of the reasoning behind why I just started off just blah. I know it worries you. You're like, what kind of man did I let my mother meet? Yeah. So your day has been kind of all over the board.
Today, yeah, I went into work today, and then we got to go out to breakfast with your mom and Mike, and that was fun and delicious. It was good to meet up with her.
Mike's my stepfather.
Yeah. And, yeah, so that was fun. And then went back to work and, I started my new job. So there's some challenges there and definitely a learning curve. But, I'm okay with, not knowing the answers of some of the stuff that I have to do. So, asking a lot of questions and kind of just like really kind of just jumping into it and learning just from kind of getting out there and for those of you that don't know, I recently got promoted to a position as a recovery transition coordinator, which is essentially like an assistant manager to the manager of all of the recovery homes in Traverse City. So it's a lot of responsibility. It's kind of I would say like monitoring, overseeing, organizing, position to make sure all of the homes are, as they should be. And it's a tricky thing. It's a lot of individuals. It's a lot of individuals in different spots in their recovery program. And so we kind of just need to meet the client where they're at and hopefully, provide them with everything that they need that they don't have access to, or at least help them get there, or help them, give them what they need so they can get it on their own. And, so it's a really fulfilling position. I love it. Like I said, I just started it, so there's lots of things that I'm getting used to, but it's really good interacting with the people in the recovery community. And so, yeah.
I hold and cherish the time I had at Sober Living. And I didn't think I would miss it as much. And it's not really missing living with a bunch of guys, but I miss the camaraderie that I had. I missed, jumping in the car with, 4 people I consider my friends and, hitting a meeting and then doing a podcast on a Saturday night from a pizza joint. Those were fun times for me. I look back at them now and I look fondly upon them, but nobody really has a set, hey, this formula is going to work. Just like when you go to treatment and they'll tell you, that here's the small percent of people that are going to make it through here and never use again or drink again. And it's the same thing with, recovery housing. And I'm kind of having a hard time with it. And I don't know. It's just, there's no set way that says this is going to work 100%. But I feel, I know when ways aren't going to work at all. And I just feel at the same time, like, do I know that? And I'm sure, there's different models of recovery homes. And, the one that I was in Boyne City was based off of the Betty Ford Clinic and how they do things in their homes. And I think that's a pretty good start. Doesn't mean that that's necessarily the right way to do it. And I think that's why, we've talked about doing a recovery home and doing like 217 recovery houses. And, if we had the funding, it could happen. If you're listening or maybe someone,